Hello, my name is Charlie and welcome back to another episode of Victoria 3 as Mexico. In previous episode we lost our war against the USA, although we didn't lose any land ourselves at least. We did lose Colombia as a dominion unfortunately, but I think we're going to live with that. We can recover from this, so let's actually unpause. So we got quite a bit of construction already underway. Also our investment pool is going down fairly quickly, but I think what we might do still is, because we've got such a massive amount of things underway here, got 3 pages of things. If we go to the last page, it's not entirely full. I'm added in one shipyard in there between the episodes here. But overall, we're doing mostly fine in terms of money. We've got quite a bit of debt to pay, so that's actually going to be a bit of an issue. I think we are still going to increase the construction speed though, especially in Yucatan. We're going to put in one more construction sector in there. It's going to cost us a little bit, but then that will be emptying the investment pool a bit faster, but also it's going to allow us to build all the buildings that we're making a bit faster. So we are getting some tooling workshop and textile mills, both are very good. Then a lot of gold mines and some coal mines, and then some barracks, so that's going to cost us a little bit. Then power plants, so we can start getting a bit of extra electricity going, which will be definitely useful. Oh, pharmaceuticals unlocked. Okay, so that means that if we had the bureaucracy, we could upgrade the health system now to level 2. But of course we do not have the bureaucracy. Do we have any administration centers underway? Not by the looks of it. I don't think we had any... No, we don't have any modifiers either, so we just simply need to build in some more administration centers then. We got 10 already in here. Let's have a look. So it does increase the taxation capacity a bit higher in there. Plus, I believe it also increased the bureaucracy throughput, so yeah, I'll also put in another one in there. It's not going to be built anytime soon, but now we're getting £5,000 per week, so we can pay off the loan. I mean, we got a credit of about 6 million, so we did get quite a bit of debt over the war, but at least we are now recovering. We're trying to pass the guaranteed liberties, but the success chance on that is pretty low, unfortunately. There we go, now we're building 5 gold mines at the same time. Technically speaking, yeah, 5 gold mines and a barracks at the same time. And really, most of these are in Nevada, which, to be fair, it does have a decent bit of peasants and some unemployed there. Oh, we've got already 10 gold mines there. Do we need more infrastructure? I think we will need some more infrastructure there. Give it the railway a bit of a level up there. At least, it's not going to be done anytime soon. Oh, landed grassroots. In scandals tipped by a former newspaper publisher, it has been revealed to the government that a wave of recent anti-guaranteed liberties articles have, in fact, all been written by Angel Alvarez using different names and styles. Okay, so we can get 10% success chance, or Alvarez is going to reduce in popularity. I'm just going to take the 10% chance there. So Alvarez is one of the agitators, if I remember correctly. Yes. Interest group, kind of a rural folk, authoritarian, cautious diplomat. Okay. Not necessarily the ideal, but oh well. And now we're actually losing a bit of money since we're building the barracks, maybe? Well, I suppose it might be, yeah, we're going to start building the barracks at a faster speed because the gold mines are going to be done. Luckily, the barracks don't take too long to build. It's going to be just in California right now, so we'll have up to 10 barracks there. I think we did queue up some more troops. Oh yeah, we got... Jalisco is going to get some barracks among other places, so we will slowly increase the army size at least. Now, in terms of our prestige, we still got 850, and it's slowly growing. What are we leading producer in? I think gold and rubber. Oh, okay. Gold I knew, but rubber I did not remember. Right, so I was thinking of maybe building some more universities. We've got 10 levels of universities already in here, to be fair. We'll get another one, or maybe we'll get another 2, because we're going to have up to 126 innovation right now, and as the illiteracy rate goes up, we're going to just increase it further and further. Well, to a degree anyway. But we need to get the innovation as high as possible so we can catch up in the military tech and maybe surpass what USA has. So production is going to start lagging behind, and so is the society, to be fair. But that's just how it's going to have to be. So quinine is being researched. We've got a little bit on camera already. In production, we're getting the... Oh, aniline. Right, so that's going to be synthetic plants, which allows us to build some more dyes. Right now, dyes are in actually pretty dire need. We got massive deficit in there, but at the same time, we are... Oh, okay, intelligentsia does still support that, because the leader of intelligentsia is high, but we can start building a lot of dye plantations in Yucatan. And that is, well, it's already underway somewhere down the line here. It's just going to be after the barracks, basically. And then we'll get some opium and wheat farms as well. There we go, now we're making some money. Devout Scandal. People must know, I dare say. So Catholic Church doesn't really like us, neither do the landowners, but I'm pretty sure the landowners' unhappiness will slowly reduce. Well, I suppose they don't agree the law that we're trying to pass right now. But over time, I'm sure they will get better. And there we go, we got the barracks now, so we've got a total of 100 and, well, it should be 115 battalions, but I suppose we may not have hired enough for the last one yet. Yeah, they haven't hired quite enough. It's going to be a couple of weeks before it's ready. Now, USA does actually hate us quite a bit. Oh, and are they part of... They are part of a war. They're supporting the radical France. Oh, and then Brazil is on the French side. Oh, so are they fighting... No, I don't know if they're fighting in here. No, Colombia is not part of the war, so they're not fighting in there. But France is having... Oh, wow, yeah, France is not having a good time there. Okay, well, first of all, I think France is actually... Well, we've got decent relations. I'm going to improve relations there regardless. Then, USA, I'm going to declare rivalry. That means that they will be probably attacking us at some point. Or they might be, at least. Brazil, we got pretty good relations already. I think we got fairly good relations with most of South America, to be fair. Unfortunately, we could form an alliance with Venezuela. I can't invite them to the customs union, though. But having some allies would probably not be a bad idea. So we're going to form an alliance with you. And then maybe Peru, Bolivia. Ah, I can't do that now. Oh, right, because I can only have one. Never mind. Well, at least we've got one ally. Admittedly, Venezuela is probably, yeah, it's only 18 battalions, so it's not that massive of a boost. But, you know, it's at least a little bit of extra boots on the ground, if need be. So we still got about 6 million credit. Oh, wow, so we actually managed to just increase the credit over time here. Or since the start of the episode, but there was the little bit that we were losing some money there. Sick leave. Length around on the guaranteed leave is in law by Alvarez took a wild turn after consuming a tainted drink. So rush to medical care, they live, and debates have stopped out of respect. We wish him a speedy recovery. Still got a minus 10% success chance in the meanwhile. It does produce a bit more radicals, but at the same time the interest group approval. Although, actually, it would be the rule folk that would get more. You know what, we'll go for that one. Because the rule folk will then take away some of the voters, perhaps away from the Catholic Church and landowners. So we're going to reduce those two interest groups in the meanwhile. The gold mines will be done soon. How's the investment pool right now? There's still 6 million. We're still going through about 20,000 per week. So, you know, it's still going down, but we could probably increase the construction a little bit further. Just going to get another one into Yucatan. Going to cost us a bit more, but at the same time we can then start emptying out the investment pool even further. And what are we missing now? So coal, drastically, engines, dye, groceries, wood, opium, liquor, ironclads. So there's a lot of things that we're missing, let's just put it that way. So where do we have the... Over here is the food industry, so that's going to require at least a level, so we'll put that onto the list already. And the construction sector in Yucatan is almost done, so we can at least start increasing the construction speed in here a bit further. I mean, right now it's not all that massive, it's only 3% efficiency increase there. But at the same time, once we start building a lot of those farms and all that, it will sort of pile up the benefits from that quite nicely. So now we're getting £13,000 per week, so that's already a decent improvement there. We've got a Guarani and Argentina. Oh, okay. Oh, over there. Well, it would be modern day Paraguay. Okay, so they're having a bit of issues there. Or potential rebellion. So is the USA still part of the war? No, they're no longer part of that war. Okay, so who won that civil war then? French Republic. Oh. Alright, well let's start improving relations with the French Republic then. Just to keep them on the sort of positive side of things. So they got a dominion of Sardinia Piedmont. Alright then. And they're damaging relations with a few nations, including Tahiti. Oh. Oh wait, hold on, is that? Yeah, they are damaging relations. Austria is damaging relations with France instead. Alright then. But our first electricity will be done fairly shortly. And I believe that's going to unlock some... Oh, right, Argentina colonized. Okay. Antiquated words. That's 15% political strength for intelligentsia. Or approval rating. I'm going to increase the intelligence approval rating a little bit. Although it does increase the No Home Affairs support a bit further. It's mostly just the radical over there, or the agitator right now, that is causing the support for it. Or rather, I suppose the resistance for the guaranteed limit. Well, I suppose it's not all the resistance, but yeah, it's not going very quickly right now. We've got 17 months to try to pass it. Otherwise, intelligentsia is going to be very upset for a while. Well, it's going to be -5 if we run out of time. But they need to be in the government for that duration still. We don't have any elections right now, at least, so that's at least good news. Right, so I believe now they've got the power, expand power plant, so up to level 5. Okay, so we'll just put in some more levels to be built on that one. Now we've got some power. There's not a lot of demand for it yet, so let's just go and start upgrading some of these logging camps to use the electricity sawmills. Not going to use too many yet. I don't want to necessarily sort of just increase the power price too far, but if we can just start getting a little bit of it in here. Now we do need more engines, which is certainly something that we should well, we are already increasing the size of that, but I'm going to give it another level. So how many weeks do we have? 111 weeks still on the construction queue according to this. So still quite a bit of work to do. How's the power plant? So it's slowly hiring. The engine price is fairly high though, so I don't know if it's going to be able to hire a lot. I think it's currently more or less at its highest point right now. At least, well, the balance is still kind of bad. Number 1 power plants in the world. Well, okay, no, that's not the case anymore. But at least now we got some power in the market. It's just very high in demand. So it's fine art, to be fair. And then the metal wars, but that's mostly just for Ecuador. And then tea. Coal is something we do need to increase production quite a bit. We could build some more coal mines here. Let's get another one there. They seem to be making pretty good money, so I'm just going to build a few extras. And we could potentially add in another construction sector over here. Although I suppose now that we start building the barracks, it's going to cost us a little bit extra. But we'll put that in there so we can get up to 115 construction. And you know, the faster we increase the construction, the faster we can increase the economy, which means that we get more investment pool overall. Flavio Correa has launched a vicious series of insults against Austin Sanchez. For support of guaranteed liberties, the industrialists had demanded a government to act to defend its honor. Okay, so that the popularity has changed there. And okay, industrialists would lose some strength. Moving radicalization for the no home affairs. Or shell shock. We'll remind Flavio of laws against slander. The industrialists are fairly happy with that. And then home affairs. Well, there's a little bit of radicalism in there. Yeah, it's just increased there. But it's not too bad, yeah. Unfortunately, we're still only at 14% on passing the law. I don't think we'll be able to get it much higher right now. Oh, actually, fabric is also a bit high on the price there. We could probably get some... yeah, we could get a lot of cotton plantations in California. Get like 10 of those. Now we're getting the extra barracks. These are going to be taking a while, so that's going to cost us a decent bit. Like, we managed to just about get below 6 million debt, but now we're getting probably over it again soon enough. Although, then we'll start getting the dye plantation and all that, and that's going to start reducing a lot of the issues that we have overall. But we are now number 8 in the Great Powers rank, so we've got 900 prestige. I do wonder, actually, who's the next one on the list there? Prestige-wise? So, Scandinavia, okay. There's about 50 prestige above us. That's not too bad, actually. And then British Raj is about 50 after that, and so forth. So, we can slowly climb up the list here. What about the GDP? So, USA is just above us. Not a large difference there at all, actually. It's a 1.3 million. And judging by the amount of construction that we are doing and all that, I think we'll be able to catch up to that soon. Now, unfortunately, the construction is already getting a little bit on the expensive side. So we definitely need to get a lot more... Oh. Scandinavia is having a revolution. Well, there you go. That's one less problem for me to worry about. And then French Republic, they've got a lot of area here. And the fight over here with Argentina and Guarani is probably going to be over soon. So now we've got already 119 battalions, of course. We know that USA had about 200 or so. 204, and plus a lot of conscripts that they can hire. So we need to have a lot larger army than what we have right now. But at least we've increased it a little bit now, and I suppose, especially if we could get the trench infantry, we can definitely do a lot of damage on the defense there. Plus, I suppose once we get our modern nursing, now to be fair, I don't think we have the opium yet for it, but if we do get that done... Wedge politics. Okay, minus 10%, minus 5%, and minus 10%. We'll return to the matter at hand. We need to get the... Oh, honestly, at this stage, I don't think that's going to pass. Because the likelihood of it passing is just so tiny in comparison. It would be nice to have it, admittedly. More laws, less radicals, and revolution secession would be progressing slower. But at the same time, it would require a bit more bureaucracy. Oh, there we go. We're already at rank 7. Oh, because Scandinavia is having the revolution, of course. Another class work is about to be completed. And we already got 42.4 million GDP, but we've still got a bit of ways to go to reach USA numbers. Oh, and I suppose Mexico is going to require a little bit more railways there, because the infrastructure usage over there is... Oh, wow. Okay, we'll probably need 2 levels, to be fair. It's costing us quite a bit, that railway, unfortunately, but we can maybe slowly fix the situation. We've got a lot of influence, so if we had a look at who would be joining... I mean, we can't declare war on them, first of all. Let's have a look at, for example, it was Louisiana that we had to look at previously. So Russia and French Republic are also, in addition to Great Britain, so let's go ahead and improve relations with all 3 of those. Well, okay, we can't improve relations with Russia any further. Great Britain we can improve a little bit, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm just going to try to keep them as sort of positive towards us as we can, and then that way we can maybe get a proper nation joining us in a war against USA later, because that would tip the... Oh, now we've got 2 agitators. Oh dear. Right, so both of them are authoritarian. Right, I have a feeling that we might be turning a bit more authoritarian on the tail end of this playthrough then. So I'm guessing the dye plantations, the dye price should be plummeting quite a bit. Yeah, it's going down. It's still a decent bit of demand for it, but I suppose we haven't gotten all the dye plantations up yet. Are we also... Oh, rubber discovered. And oh, there we go. Rubber rush. So how many can we have? 8. Okay. And we already have 5 over here. We could have up to 16 in Yucatan. So that's definitely something that we could increase even further. We might also want to get a little bit of sugar, although how's the sugar price? No, it's actually not that bad. Let us condemned. Or let us do the condemned. Following the arrest of prominent opponents who granted liberties, Alvarez has begun a public letter writing campaign to demonstrate support for them. Alright then. Less radical at least, but it gives more support, and Intelligentsia will disapprove of that. Luckily they still got a pretty high approval rating there, so I'm not overly worried about that. Oh, there we go, so the dye plantations have almost been done. Let's have a look at the... Right, so they do need to hire a lot of people in here. How's the state? Well, there's still plenty of peasants, so we don't need to worry about that too much. Oh, there we go, we got the modern nursing. So if I was to switch all the troops to use the field hospitals, so the liquor consumption is still going to be the same, which is going to add in some more tools and opium there, and those prices are going to be probably horrible for a moment. But we are getting the opium plantations now. We might get another 5 there, just in case. How much? Okay, we still got 110 weeks in the production queue. Or construction queue, but yeah, it's still 3 pages, actually. Admittedly, the last page is just the opium plantations that we just added, so I suppose it could be worse. But that is costing us a decent bit of money right now. Of course, that's mostly just the goods price, and I suppose opium is now very high price, and tools are also a bit more expensive, so that reduces profitability of a lot of other industries. Let's go ahead and increase the tooling workshop over here in Washington. It's already getting a level, but we could get a second level there quite easily, and I'm going to build a port there just for the heck of it. Get a little bit more infrastructure in. Bureaucracy is still looking a little bit rough. I mean, how much? Well, it's only £4,000 per week that we're wasting. Considering our total income, it's not too bad. I am going to actually increase the armed forces approval rating a little bit if I can. Ooh, all discovered in Utah. We could have 4 and the Americans have 1 over there. Okay, so we've yet to get the pump jacks. Isn't that the case? Yeah, we've yet to get that. We're currently still getting the synthetic plant tech, but at least we're slowly getting some research in there. And since the industrialists are very happy, the production tech cost is minus 20%. We should be able to get a lot of the research done there in a reasonable time manner. Though the shipyard in Veracruz is taking a while. I mean, well, there's a bit of a efficiency reduction in there, and of course it's not getting the full speed on the construction anyway. So Oregon is getting a bit of wheat farms, so I'm guessing grain price should be going down a lot. There's still a decent bit in there. Oh, and the opium is now 253 buy orders. And 81 sell orders. Okay, the sell orders are still increasing because the plantations are still hiring. We could potentially... Hold on a minute. How's the there's still peasants in here, so I'm not too worried about it. Despicable neutrality. The public agitation that Flavia Correa has inspired against the guaranteed liberties has led industrialists to refuse to support the law in its current state. We're going to amend the law. That will give us 10% more success chance at least. And that means time will be increased by 10%. Sure, I guess we'll do that one. Let's just go ahead. Or hopefully we'll get the farms done quickly. And oh, and there's the administration finally. And we've got some coal mines and universities, more power plants. So the production queue is definitely going, or construction queue rather, is going through a lot of the things already. The standard of living, it did peak at 12.9, is now 11.9. I suppose it may have dropped a lot in like places like Nevada, where it was massive at one point. We do need a bit of... Okay, we do actually have a railway under the way there already. And we're trying to reduce the workforce in the gold mines as much as possible, so there's a little bit extra left over at least. We could maybe get an iron mine there. Not necessarily the best location for it, especially with the lack of infrastructure, but we are building the railway there already. So once we have that, that will sort out some of the issues. We do have a lot of trade routes. We've got one trade route importing silk, but that's something that we desperately need anyway. We need more ironclads, engines. Do we even need more liquor? So I suppose getting a second extra level for the food industry would probably make a lot of money. I'm going to add that into the auto-expand list, actually. Oh, now we're losing £75,000 per week? Well, I suppose there's a lot of buildings. The universities and the administration centre are not covered by the investment pool transfers. So that's already a decent bit in there that we're building, not getting the money for. Luckily, we can still have another 8 million credit if need be. Which hopefully we don't have to go all that far in there, but we'll see how it goes. So, are we now above USA in GDP? We are. About 500,000 also. And then Prussia is about 2 million above us. So if we want to surpass them, we've got quite a bit of work to do. But I don't think it's impossible to pull off. Oh, mutual exclusivity. Oh, time for a fresh barrel of ink. Right, so either one of these loses... Now, the law needs passing. I don't care which one of these is the one that is more powerful right now. Which, to be fair, right now it is the industrialists. Okay, the investment pool has gone below 5 million already, and it's right now growing. We're getting the 2 new universities done, so that's going to get us to about 24, maybe 25 innovation. So we could maybe after that get 1 more university somewhere. I might want to get that in maybe California, because that's increasing in size a lot. There's going to be a lot of industries in here, among other things. We've got 12 gold mines there as well. We've got a bit of wheat farms. We're going to get the cotton plantations there. We've got some of the... Oh, right, opium is a very high price. Well, that doesn't necessarily surprise me, to be fair. Oh, now intelligence, yeah, lost the 5... failed petition there. So, well, we'll still keep the guaranteed liberties in the list there. Hopefully we can actually pass it at some point, though. So now we're getting the power plants and the university. Well, yeah, the power plant is just about starting now. But universities are going to be done, and that innovation increase is going to be quite important. So we've currently got the military statistics underway. Let's have a look at the military. So is that... Oh, right, it's the fleet stuff that is spreading. So we'll make sure to get that one. And then I suppose we could just complete the naval stuff. So we get the... self-prepared, or torpedo boats rather, for the Navy. That's going to increase the offense, reduce the defense a little bit. Combat rating efficiency is also going to be increased, but also increase the ammunition consumption overall. So we might need to get another munitions plant. Right now the munitions are still fairly high demand, so I suppose we could just afford giving that a level. Chemicals, so coal input is pretty high there, so that's causing some of the, well, not necessarily deficit, but it's reducing the productivity a little bit, let's just say. Or profits, rather. So still losing £20,000 per week. At least we managed to get a little bit of the opium. I suppose, if we were to put in... Oh, right, we don't have the pumps here. Right, never mind. Well, the opium is going to be very high priced then. Oh, and we'll get the cotton plantation. If we do have a look at the fabric, so yeah, it is a little bit on the high price there. Not too bad, though. Right, so that's minus 10% chance, minus 5%. Return to the matter at hand, and honestly, this is not passing. I'm just going to stop that one. We can't pass it for another 2 years, but, like, it's not going anywhere. It's just stalling one time after another. So no point in trying to just bash our head against the wall and trying to pass it. We could try to go for the private health insurance. Industrialists would definitely love that. Of course, our standard of living isn't all that great, yeah. So it might be reducing the or rather increasing the mortality a bit. But at the same time, that would increase the max level in there. And at the same time reduce the clergy or the Catholic Church power. So, you know, it's not really too bad. Of course, they don't like that right now, so education access is going to be reduced. We do have a pretty good amount of convoys. Actually, let's have a look at trade routes. So is there other trade routes? Oh yeah, there's plenty of trade routes into our nation. How many of those are... Those are just exporting. So people are buying... Oh, for example, USA is buying all the dyes from us. Alright then. Fruits of thy labor. Continuing with the new state affairs in Mexico, and unwilling or unable to face the uncertainties that life abroad offers, Andres Perberana has officially announced his retirement from political life. The firebrands cool off in the end, it would seem, so that would increase the intelligentsia's approval or pop attraction. Or let's just honor his memory. Us in Mexico City, perhaps. I'm going to increase the intelligence approval rating a little bit, so we can get to 5 maybe total. No, it's still 4, okay, so it didn't go up that much. Ah, now we are 8 million debt. We could, of course, just increase our taxes a bit further. That's going to cover the downfall. Of course, we could also reduce the wages. Oh, what's this then? Revolution? Okay, that's going to be quite a large revolution, to be fair. Now, it shouldn't be able to go beyond 56% though, but that's, Also, part of it is because we reduced the legitimacy and all that. Well, rather raise the taxes. But I don't want to lose too much money right now, so, I mean, we're already at around 50% of the debt that we can have. So it's time to start paying some of it back. So Scandinavia, I suppose? Well, I don't know which side won there, to be fair. Oh! Hold on a minute. The French and... Way. USA was to subjugate Mecklenburg and Saxe-Meiningen. They're getting support from France, or the French Republic, and Mecklenburg is getting support from Oldenburg, Saxe-Meiningen, Prussia, and Mecklenburg-Strelitz. Interesting. Now, if we have a look, the French have actually lost a bit of ground here. I mean, to be fair, we still got a truce with USA for a while, don't we? And I don't know how much of their troops are active right now, but if we have a look at the diplomacy, so our truce is going to last up until, okay, 19 more months. So we're not going to be able to sort of participate in that war, unfortunately. There we go, getting more and more buildings done. I mean, we are definitely going through the investment pool as well quite a bit right now. Admittedly, also, the GDP is growing, so we are still number 9 in the world. But, like, if we have a look at the dip over here, that's where we had the war against USA. And it's been growing even faster since then. Ooh, an oil discovered in Texas. Well, and they're lovely. How much? Oh, 29. Okay. We need to get the pump tracks. Covert agitation. Revolutionary sympathizers have begun to agitate for anti-government causes in the barracks in Yucatan. The armed forces must be loyal to the state above all else. Sure, we'll go for that one. It increases the armed forces approval rating a bit further. We do have election season coming up. Oh. Liberal Party is losing ground quickly. So those, I suppose Free Trade Party is supposed to be getting 50% of the votes? Damn, that's impressive. Oh, and more rubber discovered in Jalisco. So how much can we have in there? 12, okay, that's not too bad. And we're getting the railway in Nevada now, so that's gonna fix the all the infrastructure issues that we have there. And thus all the gold can come into our bank accounts here. Prominent members of the industrialists, outspoken support of private health insurance, close allies of Austin Sanchez, have been exposed in a corruption scandal, having exchanged political favors for personal gifts. We can derive some benefits by participating ourselves. So that would be one setback for the law. We increase the, or reduce the time to pass it, or we can take the minus 10% or minus 15%. I'm going to take the setback. It's not the end of the world, although we do need to get a little bit more bureaucracy. We did get the extra bureaucracy in here, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Okay, I'm just going to get a few in here, total. Just to get the bureaucracy, because, I mean, the population is increasing fairly quickly, so that's probably part of the reason why we just need more and more bureaucracy. And liquor price is still pretty high. I mean, we haven't gotten all the food industries yet. We've got one level. but clearly not all of it. I mean, clearly not enough of it, let's just say. We could get the vacuum canning. That would reduce... Oh, we don't have the oil for that. Not enough anyway. So, maybe not. Maybe not. So I guess we'll just put in more levels for that. But anyway, we are unfortunately out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.